Alright, so you guys are welcome to another video. We are basically checking out Bad Girl by Wizkid featuring Asake. And this song is about you because I love it. And if you're a bad boy or a bad girl, then you should actually watch this video because this song actually has some lyrics that I'm sure you don't actually know in depth what they mean. And I promise you, after watching this video, you would not listen to this song the same way again. So if you're ready, let's chop. Now, Wizkid and Asake actually kicks up with this chorus, and they were actually intertwining. I think Asake went first, then Wizkid came in after. But basically, when they said "Bad girl from Barbados," if you do my own, I got you. The bad girl from Barbados here, they said it's actually art and exotic twists, and who knows, probably they are even referencing Rihanna in this context, because if you know, Rihanna is actually from Barbados. Barbados is actually a country, if you don't know, now you know. So basically, it might even be that they are referencing Rihanna with this bad girl from Barbados, you know what I mean? And this part is actually a clever way to actually give this song a global appeal, right? And of course, they kept it playful with this line. I will on this particular line, let's go. Now, this it's got my attention, but I wanted to know why. Why would they use this line in this song? But after much analysis, this particular line was actually inspired by solfège or tonic solfège, like know what I mean? And so just to give this chorus that fun music feel, right? And more like there isn't to describe this particular lady's body, like her body is melodious, full of melody, the structure and all those kind of things. But both of them are actually trying to keep it cool here by saying that they actually appreciate natural beauty. So they don't give a damn about the girls, these filters, especially nowadays when filters are trending everywhere on social media, right? And basically they are saying, just be yourself. I like you just the way you are. And when they said this, now, this particular line, they used it to scream luxury, because what they mean by Mr. Ego, if we should go deeper, Mr. Ego could actually mean Mr. Money, right? So, and you should know, when you hear Mr. Ego, Asake actually used ego here to mention or reference himself, right? Because of course, is Mr. Money, right? Mr. Money a little bit. So when he just Mr. Ego, it's more like using it to reference his own confidence status. But the real flex is Virgil Abloh. When you use Virgil Abloh here, for those who don't know, Virgil Abloh was a fashion genius. Of course, he's late now. So was a fashion genius when it comes to, all those, is it Louis Vuitton or stuff like that? Probably correct in comment section, but he's a fashion genius, and Asake here and Wizkid are using Virgil Abloh to compare their lifestyle to that of Virgil Abloh, right? So it's basically a bold statement of class and creativity, more like you are trending, that kind of thing. When they said, first of all, let's break down this Yoruba phrases here, right? When they said no time Casamigos, right? Basically, what they're saying is no time to waste. Let's go to Monaco. Now, for context, Monaco is actually a place that is known for its wealth and glamour. Just basically that place that you go for probably a tour or stuff like that. So it's basically like no time to waste. Let's go to Monaco. Like, more like, let's go to Dubai, let's go to the UK, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Monaco is, in its context, is used to actually describe the luxury and the wealth that people have. And it's more like, enjoy your life with me to the fullest. More like, come and live your best life with me. Don't owe anything back. Like, when there's money, there's money. You know what I mean? This chorus was actually sung by Asake and Wizkid. The only difference is the Mr. Ego, Choka Lori Mr. Ego. But when it comes to Wizkid part, we were like, Choka Lori Mr. Ego. And if you should know, when you use Mr. Ego here, is also, Asake is Mr. Ego, which is Mr. Money. But in Wizkid part, he used Mr. Ego, he used that to reference himself. Like, he calls himself the big bird and stuff like that. So, no ego is like bird and stuff like that. So, basically, they use that particular phrase to reference themselves. For Asake's part, Mr. Ego, or Wizkid part, Mr. Ego. You know what I mean? Where to fast forward, this is Wizkid verse on this song, which it's mind blowing, right? And let's listen to this.
Oh my God, This killing I'm a kind beauty.
What do you mean by
Oh my god, this killing my candy.
like it's crazy? Now, basically, kele here is actually used to reference or is this Nigerian slang for a girl, right? So more like you say kele girl, kele girl, kele girl, you know what I mean? And Wizkid is using this line to say this girl is my perfect match and she vibes with the rhythm. Because when you use like beats, she understands. So if she vibes with the rhythm, she vibes with his flow, she's giving him just that vibe. She understands. So when you said
But it was late that kind thing.
Body Wale is more like bring your head inside. You understand? So in this context, it's not like you are my kind of girl, you are my kind of girl that I like. Just like come around. You understand? Like come over, come around. You know that kind of stuff. And he buttresses it by like that kind thing. So it's more like come around. You know that kind of thing. My girl, come around. That kind of thing. Right? And this pattern is that
I'm on the dolly mocha cannabis.
now Modoli means basically means staying sharp, and it mixes it with sharp cannabis, more like smoking cannabis, right? And he's using this to blend relaxation and sharpness in a way that mirrors Afrobeat laid back energy. And this pattern went like now Wizkid is basically praising a physical body here. Wizkid bad is actually used to reference the backside of a lady. And when we went like bad, it's basically saying that this backside is curvy and is getting him out of this world. He's using it to reference the admiration of a body, and he went further to ask her, who did it for you? This backside is like, who did it for you? You know what I mean? Now this part when you reference tramadol, it's Wizkid is basically using it to further buttress his point about this lady. And tramadol is a very powerful painkiller, right? And he's basically using tramadol here metaphorically, tell her how her presence is overwhelming, almost like it's intoxicating him and it's hitting him hard on the head, right? Now, listen to this part because this part actually has some cultural background. Listen to this. Now, this part has a rich Yoruba history. Right, Pekeleme is basically the Yorubanized version of peculiar mess, right? And this particular word is coined by the Nigerian politician Adegoke Adelabu. So basically feels like a confusing situation, right? So Wizkid is like, even if a relationship is messy, they should karma law, like they should keep going. So it's basically about staying loyal even through tough times, right? So when he said this one is till eternity, it's basically telling the lady that is assuring this lady that this love that he has for her is forever, and this is just a deep promise of commitment, balancing the playful tone of the song, with real emotional depth, right? Now listen to this part also. When they said Casamigos, it's actually a short form of Casamigos tequila, right? And they mentioned this as part of their shared indulgence, right, with this lady. And when they said no to Yonani, is basically saying that I'll take care of you. And this basically add 11 touch to this line. Now verse 2 is where Asake comes in, and of course he didn't dull on this one also, right? When he said
this killing on my kind mate.
Now Asake started by mirroring what Wizkid said earlier in the first line of his own verse by saying this killing and my kind mate, right? Wizkid said this killing and my kind beat, using beats to reference the rhythmic partner, the flow between him and the lady. But Asake on this time is using mate to just mirror that Wizkid vibe. And also kind mate is also a slang in Nigeria for someone who is a perfect match, right? So basically it's more like saying this lady is actually the right one for me. Now also this part Asake also references Lawansin. Now, for those who don't know, Lawansin is a neighborhood in Lagos, Nigeria. And now this place is actually a down-to-earth shout-out. And it's a little bit contrasting with the earlier Monaco that they mentioned in the chorus. Now, listen to this part also. Ole, yeah, it's more like a lady. So when it said Soja, it's more like asking lady, hey lady, are you aware of what's in vogue? Then it runs further to tell her that LLV is actually the Lexus luxury vehicle, right? And he used it to add a flex on the lady to be like, hey lady, do you know what's in vogue? I'm actually in a Lexus luxury vehicle, right? So it's more like flexing to this lady, you know what I mean? And of course, it's never stop my life. Let's not teasing us, his fans, about him being in vogue also, right? And the fact that he's also keeping up with trends. And when he says
You dey tell me, you dey tell person.
he's also referencing kind of she's putting on, and like the third person, meaning everything is good, is expensive, going from is right. So the shoe is putting on, more like it's just flexing to this lady, right? And when he said this part, it's
You
also
take the name, you dey tell person.
he referenced NA. With NA is more like NSC, if you understand. And it's a global symbol of affluence when it comes to Afrobeats, right? And it just basically adds a layer of exclusivity, right? And a private flex when it went like no you tell person, get that kind of thing. So and also when it went like
When you dey pop, you want to give me headache, panadol.
now, he used there is more like saying someone's overwhelming. More like Asake say she's so fine and she's giving in a headache. And obviously he used a Panadol just to cope with the effects she has had on him. When he said this part,
Cannabis tí mo ṣá ló ń jẹ́ kí n reason back.
now cannabis says a metaphor for relaxation and reflection. It's about unwinding and finding clarity, right? And this is just a common thing in Afrobeat culture, right? And then have it, that's full breakdown of Bad Girl by Wizkid featuring Asake, right? And this track obviously isn't just a vibe, it is obviously a masterclass in blending Afrobeat playful romance with deep cultural and luxurious flair, from the historical word Yoruba words like elements, right, to modern shoutouts to Virgil Abloh and NSC, right? This song connects Nigerian's rich culture with global affluence. What? For you, the viewer, which part of this song actually hits you out, or which part of this song got to you, right? I want to know in the comments section. Of course, bad girls and bad boys, let's meet in the comment section. Let's keep the conversation going. And of course, don't forget to like this video, share, and if you want to see more of the analysis of Mariah album, you should probably check one of the videos popping up on your screen. And you can check the channel. I have a lot of them analyzed on this channel. And of course, thank you for watching and bye for now.